The sword and shield is my favourite weapon in Monster Hunter Wilds. It was up there in Monster Hunter World. I enjoyed this weapon a lot, but the changes in Wilds are amazing. So with the new title update, I decided to make a build, and obviously the most popular weapons currently are the Zoshia ones. I thought we can make an interesting build with the Zoshia weapons for sword and shield. So here we go. We're using whiteflame torrent on the Zoshia weapon combined with the Rathalos Flare Scorcher 1 skill to effectively make it into a blast weapon. So this, well, sword and shield has always done well with blast in this game because it helps scale the damage a lot higher. This keeps it a dragon element, as you can see here on the Zoshia weapon, and basically adds a fire blast effect to it, which allows the damage to scale high, but it also scale high with dragon element. So that's what we've done, but we've also gone for like a crit as well. So we're using 2 Rathalos, 2 Magala, so we can get Scorcher for the blast, Magala for the frenzy to give us crit. So these are our equipment skills. We've got level 5 critical boost, at 40% increase in damage when we hit a crit. Our crit should be around 80%, I think. Dragon attack level 1, just the only thing that fit in the slot, might as well slap that on. Whiteflame torrent, obviously. Weakness exploit level 5 for the crit. Constitution level 4. Maximum might level 3 for the crit. 30% increased crit is insane, and a sword and shield moveset doesn't use up stamina. So unless you're using normal dodges, you'll have maximum might constantly. But with the sword and shield, you can do the slide dodges. So if you use them instead, you'll never lose stamina. Antivirus level 3 to cure his frenzy and give us that crit. Agitator level 2. Partbreaker level 2. And burst level 1. So this is our equipment. This is our Zoshia sword and shield with critical jewels and a dragon jewel. Then we have the Rathalos Helm B for that weakness exploit. Arc Vulcan Mail B for weakness exploit. Rathalos Fan Braces B for weakness exploit and the set bonus. Magala Waist for constitution and the set bonus. Legs Magala B for the gem slots and the set bonus. So the reason we chose these two for the set bonus, these two give weakness exploit and have good gem slots. And the same here, these two give good, really good gem slots compared to the other Magala set. Exploit a charm 2 to max out that weakness exploit. Then we're going to put 2 mighty jewels on the helmet for that maximum might. With a mighty jewel on the chest there, that maxes it out. Challenger jewel on the chest piece. Destroyer jewel on the gauntlets with 2 physique, just to increase the constitution. Waist, challenger and destroyer. Boots, chain and 2 sane. So the reason we've gone for 2 Partbreaker is because the sword and shield generates a lot of wounds. You're going to be popping wounds constantly, and afterwards you'll do a 20% damage buff. Agitator level 2 just because it gives you a tiny bit of crit and attack damage for about 50% of a fight. And burst level 1 because just having burst at level 1 on basically every build is very good. The level 1 bursts are a good damage increase. Right, so this is us in the training area, and we have on our corrupted cloak. So let's be honest, when the fuck aren't you going to be using this cloak? It's literally the best option in the game. And this is what our damage is looking like on a basic left click combo. We can do that a few times. There are 2 combos, 813. We've got right click. 2 combos, 587. Then we can do the full combo with the charged chop. Yeah, 1,300 almost. That's really good. We can try and get a wound. And if we pop this, 600. There's lots of variety with this weapon. I mean, look, we can do a perfect rush. We're just hitting for 100, 2,000 damage on just a perfect rush combo is insane. We can also break wounds like this and dash down for even more damage on larger monsters. Obviously the main point of sword and shield is you can move around the monster as you're fighting it, which I think is insane. The fact that the perfect rush combo is hitting for 100 on every swing is insane, and combine that with the falling bash, so 80 on the bash, and this charged chop hitting 100 a tick with a full proper combo. Let me get one of those. Full charge chop, look at that, 80 a tick. This build is actually the best Sword and Shield build I've ever used in Monster Hunter Wilds. Okay, so this is us using the build against Xochitl. Obviously this is the most endgame monster you can fight, and as you can see our damage numbers is still really high. You can see that Scorcher ticking every now and then for 60 to 80 damage. This is all without any sort of damage buff, like we've not even got the corrupted cloak on here. You can see it's ran out. We've not drank none of the demon drugs or the power seeds. We've not even got max damage from our meal, and we're doing this much. So the build, like, you can min-max this even more than I have, and really take it to that next level. Okay, so this is us using the build against a Tempered Arkveld, because he's still one of, if not the best, to farm for Artian parts. As you can see, Arkveld's weak to Dragon, which makes this build perfect for him. I mean, just the defensive potential of a Sword and Shield, allowing us to not only block but slide out the way of attacks, combined with the combination of set bonuses and equipment skills on this build to give us that spike in damage. This build is all round good at everything. You're barely going to get hit. When you do think you're going to get hit, you can parry it. And then the damage you can output in between is so high. The Sword and Shield attacks so fast, and it's really easy to use weapon. Anyone can pick up this build and use it and do well in a hunt. Like, just look at the damage in the background. I'm really just clicking the same button, and every time he gets knocked away, you slide towards him. And also sliding towards them when they get knocked down is perfect. It also allows you to go straight into a perfect rush. And always use the plunging chop after the aerial attack, because Arkveld is such a large monster, you can hit him a lot more than you would anything else. The Sword and Shield seems to generate lots of wounds, which is very good against tempered monsters, especially Arkveld, because every time you pop them, obviously they get stunned and they'll fall down. And also the attack for popping a wound on the Sword and Shield does a lot of damage, and then actually popping the wound does about 500. So you're doing almost 600-700 damage each wound you pop with the Sword and Shield. Combo potential on this weapon is insane. I mean, just look how you can seamlessly go from attack to attack and slide around. The monsters can't get away from you. Also, always use the charge chop at the end of a combo. It does triple the damage. And just like that, easy mode. Honestly, if you've not used the Sword and Shield, or you need a Sword and Shield build, I highly recommend this one. Highly, highly recommend this one.